Crabman here from Crabman Gaming, and welcome to WWF SmackDown Just Bring It Story Mode with Edge. And today with Edge, we are going to team up with Christian and challenge for the WWF Tag Team titles. There are supposedly a couple of a few special scenes you can see with Edge if you are challenging for the tag titles. Vince will always come and ask you if you want a tag title shot. This time we actually do. Here's Edge with his Edge and Christian shirt on, the same shirt Christian had on in the Christian playthrough. Okay, if you give me a shot at the tag titles, I'll consider staying in my tag team with Christian. So hopefully we'll see a couple of special scenes with Edge and Christian that you can't see in any other playthrough. Didn't quite do that for Christian. We went for the light heavyweight title in the Christian story mode because I knew for Edge we'd be going for the tag titles. Try and keep it a little bit different. Okay, Edge and Austin, that'd be a good team. Edge and Spike, Farouk or Christian. Always seems to be your proper tag partners always buy these vending machines. Here they are with the matching shirts. Oh, Edge just taking his shirt off. Christian, you down to help me out tonight and be my tag team partner? We will totally reek of awesomeness. Hopefully they'll do a 5-second pose. I don't think they will though. That'd be a cool little scene. Alright, and you can go down and have your match on Raw, which is always a TLC tag match for reasons I still don't quite understand. Let's go wild for all our peeps. So we go Edge and Christian against, I don't understand why it wouldn't be Bubba and Devon, but the random pairing of Test and Bubba Ray Dudley. I wonder if Edge and Christian have a tag entrance in this game. I can't remember. Hopefully they do. And do they come through the crowd? Oh, they just come out from the stage.
A combined weight of 465 pounds, Edge and Christian.
At least they have a tag entrance together. That's pretty cool. Now I'm pretty sure Test and Bubba Dudley won't have a combined entrance. This is a test. I had a friend who swore his entrance music was Test, Test, Test is the best. But it is definitely not. That's what he thought it was for years.
You're coming now. Weighing 290 pounds from Dudleyville, Bubba Ray Dudley.
Alright, Bubba's been in a lot of these tag modes.
To Raw is war.
I might take on Test.
See tonight's event. We can't miss Raw tonight. That's dumb. There they go.
Obviously Edge and Christian 7-time tag team champions together, and then individually they've held a couple of extra tag team championships. Probably most notably, I'm probably going to forget some, but Edge with Hulk Hogan, and obviously Edge with Randy Orton. And Christian held the tag titles with Lance Storm. And probably someone else I've forgotten as well. Try and put Test on the table here. This is, if you have a table match, you can put them on the table and a diving move off the corner will put them through the table pretty quickly. Although on story mode, I think the only tables match you can have is if you're trying to unlock Spike Dudley in one of the tag playthroughs.
Really dangerous.
Oh, come on, Test, what's happening? Alright, let's focus on Bubba.
Irish whip. Ah, the turnbuckle. Keep it up.
Trying to think if Christian was tag team champion with anyone else apart from Edge and Lance Storm. Probably was. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Maybe it will come back to me through this Edge playthrough. Edge 10-time world champion. Won all the titles, did Edge, US title, Intercontinental title. I'm sure he held the hardcore title as well, if only briefly.
Suplex. He's trying
He
to
came back this year, 2020. If you're watching this video in 2020 at the Royal Rumble, it was a special moment. And then it's just a real shame that his match with Randy Orton didn't have a crowd. And also, I wasn't really sure why the decision was made to make it go for 36 or 37 minutes with no crowd and a last man standing, which is always a bit of a tough gimmick to. It's always a bit of a tough gimmick match to try and have a good match with a crowd, let alone with no crowd. Let's try and put Bubba through the table here.
TLC match. It's great.
Oh, that was a bit rubbish.
Irish whip.
The kind of a gut buster through the table. DDT would have been better. Alright, well hopefully you're enjoying these videos. Bubba looks just about done. But hopefully you're enjoying these playthroughs as I'm attempting to play through the story mode with every single character in the game, which is going to take a while.
Both superstars are showing some excellent.
And at the moment we're up to Edge, so still a fair way to go.
Toe kick.
But having a good time playing through the story mode. So there's actually, strangely, a little bit more depth than I thought. But you do have to play as lots of different people, and you have to vary your story paths as you go through. And then you might get some slight variations. So not really everyone's ideal way to see some snippets of content. Well, that was it for Bubba.
This match be. Reverse the pin.
But there's a little bit more to the story mode than first glance.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that'll be it, but I've got a finisher. I'll save it for the next match.
Who'll be the better fighter tonight?
Alright, Edge and Christian advance to SmackDown.
Bubba Ray.
As well, the longest story mode you can get is only 3 matches as well, so not really, it couldn't really call it a season mode, as it wasn't a season, like shut your mouth. And here comes the pain. Hopefully I'll get to those games once I've gone through my 40 playthroughs here and can enjoy the season mode. Oh, here's Undertaker and Kane. Tag Team Champions. Boys, you're standing in my yard. What do you mean? What it means is you're making the big dog. I didn't know Roman Reigns was here. You're making the big dog angry. I have confidence we will win the tag team titles. Watch out, I'll make you famous. Undertaker and Edge famously closed out WrestleMania 24 for the World Heavyweight title. Perhaps Zack Ryder's finest moment as he ran in during the main event with Kurt Hawkins. It actually isn't, but it's a fun little fact he likes to tell people. So, did you know Zack Ryder was in the main event of WrestleMania 24? Well, he did a run-in, which must be pretty cool if you're a lower card wrestler. No, don't save, but please remember to save later, and let's continue. So things like Alex Riley accompanying Miz to the ring at Mania 27. I'm trying to think of some more examples where really lower card wrestlers got to come out in the main event of a WrestleMania. Quite often as a manager. There's Michael Cole doing his little interview. Okay, we have a 6-man tag match on SmackDown. It's always the case. And I'm going to let Christian find my partner, because apparently this will help with this little scene. I won't spoil it. Oh, hang on, here we go. Here's one of the special cutscenes. Concerto. Yes. Oh my god, Concerto smashes Kane and Undertaker. That was pretty cool. That was one of the secret cutscenes. I'm not sure if that works if Undertaker and Kane are not the tag team champions. I just saw that Undertaker and Kane had to be tag champions for that to work, but maybe they'll just attack whoever are the tag team champions. After we win, we'll get a shot at the tag team titles. Now for this other special little scene, you have to let your partner pick their partner. So who do you want to get? They're back in their matching shirts. Which at least makes sense. When you play through Big Show story mode, he'll wrestle in a singlet, but then he's also weird wrestling shorts on for backstage segments. Like, he's just hanging out in these, like, shorts that he would sometimes wrestle in, and then he would get changed into the singlet. It didn't really make a lot of sense. I think for this you can go, and if you want to unlock Spike Dudley, you can go in here in the Spike, Molly, and the Dudley boys will be there, and you can choose to help Spike out if you want to unlock Spike Dudley, and if you don't, you can just ignore him and leave him there. Here's Regal's office. Don't really want to go in there at the moment. Here's a parking lot in the boiler room. You can go out to the ring, but the ring's pretty empty. I don't actually know what you're supposed to do for this 2 minutes, because usually I've always triggered... Yeah, for some reason Christian's just hiding out in the boiler room. Maybe looking for Mick Foley, the commissioner. When he's not the commissioner in this game, William Regal is. Okay, so maybe this advances the story. Bizarrely, I'm not sure why. Who do you think we should get? Oh, here we go. Who do we want? Eddie Guerrero, Bradshaw, Steven Richards. We've seen Eddie. Oh, it has to be Eddie Guerrero. Hey Christian, what's up? Let's take care of business now. I know I can count on you, bro. Hey, we did get Eddie. Oh, gee, what a team. We're facing Undertaker, Kane, and Rock. Alright, let's give it our best shot.
You think you know me?
Here come the tag team. Well, number one contenders if they win. It's a shame they didn't still come through the crowd in this game. It must have been around the time they stopped coming through the crowd.
Weighing 205 pounds from El Paso, Texas,
Latino Heat.
Eddie Guerrero.
It's a pretty good partner. Undertaker and Kane have a combined entrance, but I'll let you watch it on the pay-per-view.
Weighing 275 pounds from Miami, Florida, the People's Champion, The Rock.
Alright, let's get to it. Quite tricky to six-man, as there's always people to run in and interfere, and you can't do your finisher too close to the ropes because there are still rope breaks. So in a fatal four-way in this game, there aren't any rope breaks, but in a six-man tag, there are still rope breaks, and obviously partners can come in. So I talked about Undertaker and Edge before, and they had a TLC match where Edge would win the World Heavyweight title when he was paired up with Vicky Guerrero, but we're kind of forgetting Edge and Kane's feud, where Kane was with Lita, and then Edge eventually kind of, I don't want to say acquired like a possession, but Edge and Lita were a pairing. Kane had the mixed in storyline with Lita and Gene Snitsky, and it definitely wasn't his fault. If you can track down, I watched this not long ago. I think it was on. I think it was done by WWE. I think it was part of their Where Are They Now series, and it goes for about 12 minutes, and it covers Snitsky's time in the company and what he's doing now and how he got caught up. It was actually a really interesting watch. So you might think, gee, why would I want to watch 12 minutes about Snitsky? But it's actually really, really interesting. He's got this huge beard now, which nearly goes to his waist, and he's just a really relaxed and humble guy. He's not bitter in any way. He's not angry how his run went. He just seems like a really awesome guy. You watch it back then and you think, gee, this guy must be, I don't know, not much fun to talk to or be around. And he just seems like a really awesome guy. So track that down on WWE's YouTube if you can. I don't know if it's on the network as well. It might be. But Where Are They Now? Snitsky. I think my favourite part of the whole video is he's wearing this beanie that says Snitsky, and he goes, oh, sometimes I go out and people recognize me, and I'm like, how do you recognize me? And it's probably because you're still wearing a beanie that says Snitsky. Gee, Kane's almost done. Come on, Earl. Got him. That's good. That can be a tricky match. It can go for quite a long time. So there's a 6-man tag with no tags. Easy night for The Rock and Undertaker. Christian at least tagged in. There was one tag, or 2 tags. Eddie didn't get in, so all that work finding a tag team partner wasn't really needed. And now we should move on to challenge for the tag team titles. So our secret scene should be coming up after this at the start of the pay-per-view. And I think it's the only time you'll get to see this scene. So let's see if it comes up.
Attention.
Alright, let's continue. I wonder what we'll unlock afterwards as well. You need to unlock everything to get shown as Stephanie. Finally, Edge and Christian will compete for the tag team titles tonight. Shame these guys never had a pay-per-view match. They just had the match, I believe it was on, I can't remember if it was on Raw or SmackDown, where Undertaker and Kane beat Edge and Christian for the tag titles. WWF Unforgiven. The champions always come out to do a promo without their titles. I wonder if they'll wear their titles to the ring. I heard tonight's challenges are Edge and Christian, but it's not going to be the perfect storybook ending you guys want. Doesn't matter who we face, each victory just proves that we are the greatest tag team champions ever, and tonight will be no exception. Here it is, the King of the Ring trophy, the Canadian brothers, Edge and Christian, with their combination of power and childish antics. They might have a good shot at the tag team title. This was the scene that I was looking for, where Christian holds Edge's 2001 King of the Ring trophy. We so reek of awesomeness. We totally do. Totally. We're a Kane and Undertaker. Freakazoid. Well, that was a cool little scene. Trophy is huge.
World Wrestling Federation Tag Team title.
I forgot what I was talking about before. I had a point I was going to make, and I've forgotten. Oh, that's right. Do Kane and Undertaker actually come out with the titles in some of the other playthroughs? When I did the Devon playthrough, and Eddie Guerrero and Albert were the tag team champions, they came out with the tag team titles. But when I played the first playthrough as Albert, did Undertaker and Kane come out with the titles? I can't remember.
You think you know me?
So we will find out shortly.
At a combined weight of 465 pounds, Edge and Christian.
And I skipped it earlier, but Undertaker and Kane, if you haven't seen it before, if you haven't seen it for a while, have this really cool double team entrance. Oh, no titles. That's a shame. I wonder if their graphic still says WWF Tag Team Champions, the Brothers of Destruction.
The Undertaker and Kane.
Oh, it doesn't even say Tag Team Champions on there. Interesting. People over there, put your hands in the air, 'cause if you don't care, then we don't care. I definitely care there was no tag team title.
Who's fighting who?
Alright, come on, Edge and Christian. Let's see if we can get the job done quick here. Sorry, Earl.
Talking to.
Sometimes these tag matches can take a while because the partner always comes in and interrupts the pin.
Here's the superstars. The ring will be filled with drama.
Or you pin them too close to the ropes because there's still rope breaks.
And Kane are making an appearance.
Alright, let's go, Edge and Christian.
There will be a World Wrestling Federation Tag Team title match tonight, showing the pride of a champion. Anything is allowed in the tag team match. Hey, hey!
Got 2 Money in the Bank winners in this match in Edge and Kane.
Double team move?
And all 4 of these wrestlers are
Can they do
former world champions as well. I don't want to say how many times for each because I'll probably get it wrong. However, 10 times for Edge, 2 times for Christian.
this?
Kane,
Will be an important.
I want to say, it really depends which titles you count, but he won the title in 98. And then 2010, cashing in his Money in the Bank. So twice if you don't count the ECW title, which people don't.
Used a perfect choke slam.
And Undertaker 6 times?
Oh my gosh! This rivalry will definitely continue after this match.
Christian doing a good job on Kane here. We've started well.
Oh! What are you doing?
Definitely try and hit a finisher in this match.
One.
That could be it. Oh, that would have been great. 90 seconds.
Oh wow! Kane will definitely become a part of
Edge and Christian obviously involved in a lot of the early ladder matches and TLC matches that really
like this before.
kind of brought those matches into some mainstream attention. So the No Mercy ladder match with the Hardy Boys, the Triangle ladder match at WrestleMania 2000 with the Hardys and Dudleys, TLC 1 at SummerSlam, TLC 2 at WrestleMania, TLC 3 was on SmackDown, where Benoit and Jericho won, and then TLC 4 was on Raw, which Kane won
Be able to continue to
by
fight.
himself.
Will anybody
Just really upset because I was a big Hurricane fan. I was a big Kane fan as well, but I really liked. I was just really excited that Hurricane was going to be in a TLC match, and then he didn't get to come out. I at least thought he was going to do a run-in, which would have been cool. But they were trying to push Kane as the big monster, winning a TLC by himself, just to lose to Triple H, which was a little bit disappointing.
What kind of move is that?
And I think one of my, well, an interesting part you may have forgotten, which everyone forgets apart from me who remembers random wrestling things, is Hurricane and Kane lost the tag titles, I believe, to Christian and Lance Storm. And they get backstage and
Think it's over.
Hurricane goes, or I can't remember who said it, if it was Hurricane or Kane. No, it's Hurricane goes, don't worry, we can get those tag titles back anytime we want to. And then they never teamed again.
Person.
So that's just me with my random bits of wrestling knowledge that I remember from many, many, many years of watching wrestling, and that was probably my peak time of watching wrestling obsessively. Obviously I still watch it today, and as these videos are being released, it's just after Money in the Bank 2020, which obviously took place in front of no fans, and it was a strange Money in the Bank where they had to climb up to the top of WWE headquarters. Really strange match. Some interesting moments in that match, but also some really baffling ones. Like, why was Doink there, but it wasn't really Doink? I am confused. Alright, see if Edge can hit a spear. Oh, gee. One. If I...
What is he gonna do from behind? Watch out for his downward spiral.
Oh. As Cole's told me one of the finishes. I wonder if he has a spear here as well. I don't think he does. Or if he does, I don't know how to do it.
Both superstars are showing some excellent
This is not showing up, but
Hurry!
downward spiral. Weird move. I never really
Downward spiral.
got it. Too close to the ropes.
Is feeling the heat. What are you doing?
Oh, it's enough. Defeated Kane with the Undertaker even tagging in. Edge and Christian are your tag team champions, which totally reeks of awesomeness. Get ready for the 5-second pose.
And Christian.
So thanks for joining me on this video. We'll see what we've unlocked. Hopefully they get to hold up the titles. And the next playthrough will be Farouk, which might be another tag title story mode. Edge and Christian, that was an amazing match. They are tag team champions once again. And I love those style of belts as well. I wish they kept those. I didn't really like the Raw tag team titles. I like those a lot. So if you enjoyed the video, no, I don't want to save. Flick a quick like down the bottom. Write a comment. It's always nice to see a couple of comments. And if you really enjoyed it, subscribe to see a little bit more. Okay, we've done a lot of the hidden cards. So we've got some hidden moves, some creator parts, the greener parts, and more parts. Thanks for joining. Stay tuned for Farouk. Damn.